Relic of Rockmar, and 100 gold. Great train robber. 18 elemental runes. Good to see him. It's gonna be a cache of high mole treasures. We have a mole. Getting into Blackrock Spire will not be easy, but we have a secret weapon. Mole machines. The Black Irons will never know what hit him. I can get that. The piece onto you. Oh, yeah, it's that quest. Ooh, Spirits of the Mountain. Spirits of the Mountain. Mountain of Spirits. The ancient communal site of Aushugun holds offerings from the various Orca clans. If not for the murderous void elementals unleashed by the Pale, it will be a nice place to visit. Let's clear it out. No, I'll just stick in anyone. Because, you know, all the things are filled, it's 100%, but I still have to send in another person. You. Might as well do, you know, a bit of the archaeology. Beyond the Pale. That's, I think I explained this in another video, but that's actually has, the phrase I think actually has references to Ireland. There's a part of Ireland called the Pale. It's under English control. So, and the rest of Ireland wasn't. At this stage, England was, you know, apparently some people don't know this, but then again, you know, like, for example, I don't know much of American history. I have a bare gist, but I doubt, you know, American schools spend much time talking about Irish history, if you get me. Like, apparently in English schools, like, they don't learn about the War of Independence, but while in our schools, we learn about it. It's fucking boring. It's just not as, either due to how it's taught, or it's just whatever, it's just not as interesting as it, like, say, World War II, or the fall of the Roman Republic. And most of that is for political reasons. Well, I shouldn't say it's mostly political. There was a bit of fighting in that. Like, there was, you know, both, you know, big, like a civil war of sorts. Well, would you call it a civil war? No, I think that's an incorrect phrase. Basically, Caesar ends up marching south with his army to talk to Pompey, breaking a rule. Like, if you cross the... I don't remember what it's fucking called. If you cross a certain bit of land, a certain river, I seriously don't remember what it's called. I've said it so many times. Regardless, if you cross... I'm gonna Google it. I'm sorry. I need to remember. I need to remember. Let the die be cast. It was a phrase Caesar was meant to have said when he was crossing the river Rubicon. He marched south, and he broke a rule. If you're a general with an army, you can't cross the Rubicon until you give up control of them. It was a way of saying, you know, it was like protection for Rome. So a general would be, you know, named, you know, enemy if they, you know, marched south. So there was like fighting like there, and even battles against him and Pompey. Pompey being a general that was never defeated previously. Though in one case it was caused, like, this guy was a great challenge for Pompey, gets stabbed in the back by his lieutenant who was not nearly as good as him. And so Pompey won. So anyway, I just found that segment of history really interesting. So, but Irish history, not nearly as much. It might just, again, be how it was taught. But yeah, the Beyond the Pale somehow ties into Irish history. Um, I can never remember the exact meaning. I remember someone saying it before, and I think I even looked it up in one of my videos. It was either that or by hook or by crook, which again I think it actually ties into something else. I think either that or someone was incorrectly using it and provided me with misinformation. If you get me, either or. If you know it yourself or other uses of these phrases, feel free to say it in the comments. Though I'm actually going to have to flag the video for 1 second, I'm just paranoid about how I sound. 1 sec. Hey folks, and I'm back. I'm going to have a ton of footage for you. I'm glad, because I haven't uploaded anything in fucking ages. Okay, I need to counter group damage, 2 group damage and a cleave. $95 might be the best I can get. Unless I can rejig it slightly. Let's see. I have her there. She could counter that and that. And if I get a night elf on the party, there's, a bonus. But the only night elf I have, left, counters the same thing. So, not as worthwhile. Yeah, it seems like the best thing I can get is that. Oh well. Blingtron Secret Vault, 1,000 gold. I think that was buffed up. I think it was less previously. Ow. Toast done there. Oh, good. Got 100% on that. Joe crafting, not interested. Restless Dead. There we go. I have the Beast. I actually forgot to read that. Damn it. I was a little distracted, I'll be honest, so I was a little, worried about something, so, yeah. A master beast has been escorting a shipment of oil to Blackrock Mountain. Stop him. Apparently in early, Warcraft games, you actually have to worry about oil in it. It's a resource. Kind of like gold or lumber. Which, in Warcraft 3. Excuse me. Why not take a crack at it? We get someone some gear. Well, if we succeed. Maybe wondering why I'm grabbing all these assault missions. And the answer is simple. Okay, I lost the other thing, so... no, I'm not interested. Okay, the reason why I'm grabbing all these assault missions is because it will allow me to... Sorry, I thought he had a quest for me. Just get a ton of Pexus crystals. It should have enough for me to easily, maybe even get to 2 grand. Sorry, get to 20 grand. Already have 16,000. But with the old assault missions, they give a few hundred or a few thousand each. Or a few hundred or 1,000 each. So, it would certainly be of great use. Great all. Alright. Again, 1 second. Hey folks. Sorry. I started sneezing there. It's not why I actually paused the video, but it was good timing. Ow. Kind of teeth went weird while I was sneezing. Ow. Just hurt them there. Ow. I'm just gonna keep complaining now. Give me a sec. Scrap meltdown. Yeah, I'll hold on to scrap. I'll be honest, I don't care about my party's equipment level. It's my followers level. It seems good enough. I'm gonna have to go grab a few more animals because I basically, the more buildings I have working, the more chances I have of getting some runes. So I need to grab more animals if I want the barn to keep out churning out stuff. And I don't have any left here. So if you see where I'm going with this, right? I just more buildings, more chance of getting out the elemental runes, which will be of benefit. So, I was talking about Warcraft 3 earlier and all that. Would you actually like, I want your opinion here, another Warcraft game, another RTS, or are you not really interested? Asking for your opinions here, because I'm curious. I would be interested in it. I certainly enjoy RTSs, so might be nice to see one. Another Warcraft one, if it's done well. Don't want it done half-assed. I'm just worried about the story. Not sure how they'll try and work it. If they try and continue it from where Warcraft 3 left off, it might piss off people who wanted to see WoW continued in it. Well, if they don't, uh, if they do continue it from WoW, it wouldn't really groove with what's going on in here. I'm not unless they somehow try to incorporate Warcraft 4 into this, if you get me. Somehow have our characters be able to participate in that kind of thing. I know, it just seems to get very messy. The only way I could see it to be messless is to just say, we'll start from somewhere after the end of Warcraft 3. People had 2 decades of prosperity and then shit went down. Because it's called Warcraft for a reason.
Hello.
Oh, that's a ton of seeds.
See you later.
Christ. Adorable doggy. Pugs are adorable. Westies are precious little things. Had a Westie growing up. She was such a little darling. Ooh, got 77 crystals there. Also, the more businesses I have, the more buildings I have working and whatnot, the more crystals I'll get. So, great benefits all around. I have to clear out my inventory. I have a lot of random gubbins, treasures, random different things. I have a runic pouch here, and all these hearty soup bones. Do people really put bones into soup? Maybe this is just what the orc does, and it's not actually custom. I wouldn't be surprised though. I actually remember some of my horrible histories. Speaking of soup and food, the Normans would apparently keep their kitchens a fair distance away from where they would actually eat. So they preferred their food to be somewhat cold than to burn down the entire house. I think it was the Normans anyway. It was something like that. Seems they're not doing their air swimming classes down here. If you don't get what that's a reference to, I put up another short video I recorded on my phone months ago, and I just had 2 miners down here just swimming in the air. It was very strange. So, might go animal trapping or something later on in this session.
Oof. I need to target something first.
Oh, Thanks for the no aura, yeah, asshole. Like I said, I want to reduce the swearing somewhat. Purely, don't want Blizzard getting grumpy at me. Same reason why I'm actually thinking of renaming my, the few tunes that I'm leveling up to max level, and my farmer, like my Death Knight. I just have her solely for getting ore and herbs to sell. Like that's her whole reason to exist, like raison d'etre. I think that's how you pronounce it. Just to get ore. So, I not sneeze. So, yeah. I want to rename her and the other characters because I break WoW's naming rules. I realized it kind of clicked with me and cold sweat crept over me afterwards. It was a very uncomfortable feeling. What do you call it? Yeah, basically it breaks the naming rules. And sorry, I'm getting distracted here.
I can't carry anymore.
It breaks the naming rules, and so I don't want Blizzard to get on my case. Well, they might just rename one character. If I have at least 5 that need to be renamed, they might get a little bit more pissy. So, yeah, want to go rename that ASAP, which would be expensive. I'll still refer to, say, the rogue Dionysus as Dionysus, but he might be Rogue Man, if you get me. I'm not good at coming up with names. That's why Palnai is called Palnai. If you don't know, I think I said this in some videos, but the only one I can think of is beyond my Counter-Strike videos with Silent Fantasy 5. It's my Borderlands 2 videos that I recorded years ago, 2 years ago or something. That I haven't uploaded yet. Reason being, it's a case of
Inventory is full.
I don't want to upload them until I'm finished the game because it's so long. I may lose interest before I'm done, and you'll be waiting months before the next episode. So, I haven't touched that game since sometime last year, and that was to show some friends. And I haven't recorded anything of that since months before that. But anyway, I explained what Palnai is. Took the first 3 letters of Draenor, Paladin, and the last 3 letters of Draenor. I did manage to flub up that despite Draenor being right in front of me. I put an A in instead of an E. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. And I'm actually glad for the mistake. It works. Though for the first while I kept pronouncing it Palnai. For whatever reason. Also, am I the only person who keeps seeing a swastika when they come into the mine? Seriously. Maybe I'm jumping and nothing, but I'll be honest, I don't give a shit either way. It's just a case of, that's what I end up seeing, and it's just interesting. Speaking of swastikas, I'll be uploading making public my Metro Last Life videos at some stage. I say swastika and connected with that because you fight Nazis in it. In the in a post-apocalyptic Russia. Where the world's been nuked out. Of course, a few, decades, or is it? Yeah, it's decades. I was going to say centuries, but no, it's decades later. Actually, wait. It actually been 100 years, or nearly 100 years after the war. World War II. Damn. Never thought of it that way. But anyway, you find Nazis in the Russian metro. They're called Reich. Their faction is just called Reich. Though I think they're still referred to as Nazis. So before that goes through, it might not. Let's have a look here. Yeah, someone declined. Though it might go right back into it. Who knows? Yeah. Oh, mission success, right.